is said the only constant is change. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. Running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Kentucky's offense will have the first possession of the game. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box, they can take it outside, they can go catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to pass. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Kentucky will be forced to punt. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. The Crimson Tide offense comes out, and now they'll go on the attack. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game.
Looking to throw on 1st down. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Alabama's defensive line, you knew every single time you drop back, you were going to have that guy in your lap. He was always pushing the pocket, and he was always collapsing it with his speed and athleticism and his first step. That last play right there reminds me of some of these great players we've seen on the Crimson Tide D-line in recent years.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Now on the return. Smashes him with the stiff arm. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Here comes that Alabama offense. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds a tight end. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. Alabama quickly back to the line. Rides the back on the option to give. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wants to go up top. Touchdown time! Put it in the window for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, it's a final now and one of the more intriguing games of the week, that notable ACC clash. Florida State took care of business and left little doubt in doing so. Kind of felt like how that 2013 Seminoles team led by Jameis Winston, Devontae Freeman, and Kelvin Benjamin would just steamroll teams.
Easy completion on the shuffle.
We expected to see a shakeup in the ACC. It's bound to happen in this kind of game. But this type of win is a serious statement.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Makes the catch. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. You've thrown them 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. To the ground with the back. Past the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. He'll do it himself. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. The Wildcats line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Man, this defense has been so impressive to watch. Look at them. Get to the quarterback, get the sack. They play so fast. It's like they have 12 men on the field. Another good performance going down right now. Coming off of last week, putting a goose egg on the board against their last opponent.
Kentucky will be forced to punt. They'll look to pin him deep. It up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. They'll run the screen. There he goes. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking downfield on 1st down. He makes the grab.
Yeah, and I think you've just seen how the quarterback has so much confidence in this guy catching the ball too, right? Receivers aren't open, tight ends aren't open. He knows he can find him.
And the defense, they've got him at the 27. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. And he curls that thing just inside the left upright. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. Single back formation, and they give it to it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Second down, they'll go to the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. He gets across the 20-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 23. Wants to throw on third. Takes the easy completion. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on third down. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. The give to the left side. Looks like Alabama will pick up the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They'll run it from the gun. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on second and short. Grab near the sticks. It's Ramsey. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Let's see what they do here on third and short from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. 57 yards out, and he powers it through the uprights. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. He'll keep it himself. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Hand off from the shotgun. Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. Fires to the big fella. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Kentucky will be forced to punt. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He'll take it on the return. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Quarterback on the keeper. Look out, he's got room. He gets it past the 25-yard line and finally knocked out of bounds at the 27. Off play action. He's got an open man. Turning on the Jets. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Alabama! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to...
Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off.
Kentucky, 0.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Using the quick game. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. New set of downs after the completion. He leaves it with his back. Oh, he's got some space.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Out of the gun, the inside give. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout. And man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Holds and fires complete to the right. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Wants to fire on second down. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Offense scoops it up and still going.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They boot it away. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. He'll start this drive firing. Picked it off, and this defense really needed something to go right. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his big tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Back to throw, time running short in the half. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. 3rd and long from the 30-yard line, in this defense hoping to knock them out of field goal range. Catch in the middle, it's Coates. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. Leaves it with the running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Kentucky right back to the line. Looking downfield very late in the half. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. They'll immediately call timeout. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Breaks into the open. He's inside the 40. He's at the 20. Going the other way, and he takes it all the way back. Oh, what a way to finish the half, and what a disastrous way for this offense.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They scored again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Lexington, but let's just go with notable. And it's been an absolute clinic in fundamental defensive football so far. A total standoff with both teams refusing to give an inch. And I know this new era of football is about chucking it all over the yard and just outscoring the other team. But this game is a throwback, and to be honest, it's refreshing. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Old Commonwealth Stadium and Kroger Field.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Snags it over the middle. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Off the play fake. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. He's got it inside the 30. Touchdown, Bama! He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Interesting to see the ripple effects after this one in the SEC today, fellas. Florida sparkled today in a dominant road win. In fact, by the 4th quarter, it almost felt like this game was being played in the swamp. That's how much they took that crowd out of it. Going to be very interesting to see what the fallout from this one is, because as we know, you can't lose games in the SEC like this without some blowback.
Hey, Kevin Connors, keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They'll go to the ground. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. One back in the backfield. He gets to carry. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. The play action fake. Grabbed over the middle. It's Coates. Good pick up there as he gets the 1st down. They'll mark him at the 48.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Quickly complete. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver going in motion. To the air on 1st down. Working that left side now. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. Get it out on the screen.
I love screen passes on offense, and you got to do them in different ways. To the running backs, you can do them to receivers, do them to tight ends. Didn't gain any yards on that one, but don't be afraid to dial that play up again later.
Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. Wide receiver comes in motion, trying to get the corner on the jet sweep. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to fire. Tight end finds a soft spot. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Already in field goal range, but now trying to convert this. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
This quarterback really does a nice job seeing the field and reading coverage. And when you go empty and you spread the defense out, it's easier to see what the defense is doing.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And it's up and good. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Looking for blockers. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes that Alabama offense. They'll go back to work with a sizable margin still up there on the scoreboard. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Back to pass. The sure hands, it's Ramsey. And he's down after making the catch, but did not reach the line to gain.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Looking to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. No return coming here as he signals for the fair catch and makes it right around the 30-yard line. He leaves it with the back. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. Right back to him on the ground. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Kentucky sent out the punting unit. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Still running at the 40. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
Breaks away in the middle. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Wants to go up top on first down. Lines his back in the middle. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. Zings it complete to the right. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Now on the option. Quick toss. And that one will go and reverse the defense all over that pitch on the option. Second down, they'll go to the air. Trying to find the end zone. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. They'll try to blast their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
And the extra point was good. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown.
Kentucky, 7.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Here's the handoff. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabs it in the middle. He's brought down at the 33 as the defense keeps him away from that first down marker. 4th down coming up.
4th down.
Tries to get it on the ground. He's not going to make it, and what a big stop for this defense, and they might be able to put this thing away.
It's a turnover on downs.
He'll pull it on the read. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wants to go up top. Swings it out to his running back. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. 3rd and short from the 28. Let's see if this is 4-down territory or if they just pick up the first here. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown Tide. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the Mountain West, which is why this one is notable. Wyoming is currently up big right now, and it gets things interesting, and we'll circle back if anything big happens. Gentlemen?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Back to pass on 2nd down. Trying to make magic with his feet. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. Jet sweep, trying to get the edge. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Wildcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Out of the backfield, he's open. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. Now facing a 3rd and long. Trying play action. Heel off one deep down the left side. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. Kentucky will be forced to punt. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
That's caught. It's Presley. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Grab near the marker. It's Ramsey. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. They'll go 4 wide, 3 to the left on 2nd and 8. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. He's got it on the right. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few. The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. Gibson on the option. Didn't get much, picked up a yard, and that will leave them with 4th and 2. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. And that is how a punter helps out his defense, pinning them deep in their own territory. Let's see what they can get going on this drive as they snap it from the 7. They'll give it to the back. He finds enough room to get it over the 10-yard line, and he's down at the 13. And the Wildcats can really attack on this 2nd and short.
Yeah, I tell you what, it's hard to be a quarterback in an option offense when you got so many things you have to be accountable for, and then you got to take care of the football, right? When you do make the decision to run, right or wrong, it's your decision. Now you got to wrap that thing up. You can't fumble the football there.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down. They get the win. They are now bowl eligible, but when you have a 0 in the loss column, there are much bigger fish to fry.
I think a lot of people thought they'd be 6-0 at this point, too. So we know they're going to a bowl game. Great. But, David, they've got their eyes set on the college football playoff and a national championship. They have that kind of talent. They're not surprised they're 6-0. They're looking to do bigger things.
No, 6-0 is great, but that's not the goal. They want to be 12-0. They want to be 14-0. They want to continue this streak as long as they possibly can. Extremely talented. Nobody's surprised, and their goals are a lot bigger than this.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.